What made you take up franchising?
I hate for a desk job probably.
Why should I come to Krishna Jampala? Why should I come to Jumpy?
We are like more a coach, a guide, a mentor.
Like you started off, I don't like a desk job. These days they don't even like jobs.
Youngsters starting brands and getting a valuation of 500 to 1000 crores in a span of 5 years.
Entrepreneurial drive doesn't know age or gender.
I seriously believe age is just a number.
Upcoming brand, a bit-sized brand, or established one. So you are there to connect the dots.
We are a 360-degree franchising solution. If you are a brand, you want to expand, obviously you're looking at an investor or a franchisee.
Granting an experience to the customer is key.
The entire globe wants to be in India today.
Your role of finding the right fit between brand and franchisee plays a really significant part.
Ready for it? Let's jump into the world of franchising.
Welcome to Jumpy Talks, a one-of-a-kind 360-degree franchising platform. Now, for all those you wondering what actually this is about, how many times have you not walked to your favorite brands in different cities or even en route from, place X to Y, and then the place has delivered the same experience and has made your entire experience that much more valuable? Well, that's what Jumpy Talks is about, a go-to platform for both brands and franchisees. We have with us here Krishna Jampala, who comes with decades of experience in this space. So let's get going and get insights from this man who's been there, done it all, and has some valuable insights to share. So Jumpy, welcome to the show.
Pleasure is mine.
Before we start off, I just want to ask you a very simple question. What made you take up franchising?
I hate for a desk job probably.
Okay.
I did my
We all
way back
do.
92. I did my computer sciences. We are a batch of 80. 78 are in the US. 2 guys left here.
Okay.
Never wanted to do a desk job.
Right.
Always had a passion for franchising retail. Maybe that's the reason I got into it.
Oh, lovely, lovely. I think your passion shows in what you do. So let's kick off this conversation, Jumpy, for our viewers out there. We would drive this conversation to just about everybody, like to be entrepreneurs, not just those in the industry, to be people who do not know about franchising, to upcoming brands, to established brands. So we will take it as it goes, and I would like you to share your thoughts, experiences, even advisory, and some anecdotes from your vast experience so that our viewers benefit from this conversation. Yeah?
Start with an elevator pitch.
Yes, please do.
Started way back in 92. Started with being a master licensee for IT training center, one of the topmost at that time. I affiliated with Government of India, set up about 63 computer training schools between 96 to 99. Later, post the dot-com bubble, most of the computer training schools vanished.
True.
Became the master licensee for one of the topmost kindergarten chain. Set up in 15 days, set up about 10 centers in Hyderabad. Later associated with a franchise consulting group, and around 2002 till date done about more than 700 odd franchisees, won the best franchise consultant
wonderful.
award in India. Various segments: food, education, entertainment, garments, you name it, whoever franchisees, we were associated them, national brands, international brands. Personally, I've been a franchisee of a couple of brands. One of my favorite being Coffee Day. Set up Coffee Day kiosks in Google and TCS,
Oh.
and was a franchisee for a nationwide QSR affordable Chinese cuisine, which has been and is been operational since the last 18 years, and bought brands from Dubai into India, trying to take some brands from India into other parts of the world. We had our own affordable Chinese cuisine brand which opened in multiple locations, franchised it out. So as far as franchising goes, that's been our journey.
Oh, that's awesome. So Jumpy, tell me, you deal with brands, you deal with franchisees, okay? So your unique USP is how you attach the two, that is, mutually beneficial for both and also for customers, right? Giving the businesses reach and then giving that kind of ownership to franchisees. So if you were to describe in 2-3 sentences, what is the unique USP? Like, why should I come to Krishna Jampala? Why should I come to Jumpy?
Starters are a brand name which you see behind itself says is we are a 360-degree franchising solution. If you are a brand, you want to expand, obviously you're looking at an investor or a franchisee. That's the first step. I would say that's just the beginning. So we would screen the most potential franchisees and get them onto your platform. It's like everyone sticking to their core competence. Today, you're good at making food or you're good at stitching a garment. You want to sell it in another place through a franchisee, which you feel is a better mode than opening your own store.
True.
But you concentrate more on what your core competence is, like designing a new garment or maybe cooking a new product or trying to do a thing. My expertise, my 30 odd years has been spent on creating a franchise platform, helping a brand meet the right investor and investor meet a brand. So that's where my core competence lies. So you would spend probably lesser amount of time and lesser amount of money as a franchisor if you approach me than you trying to do it on your own. Point two, you're an investor, you're in any part of the world, you are probably 18 or 20, you want to start something on your own, you're 50 or 60, you want to do something on your own, you want to do a part-time franchisee, you want to do a full-time franchise, you want food business only, you want garment business only, or probably you say I don't know anything, I want to start something. That's where you come to us. We are like more a coach, a guide, a mentor. If I am a particular brand, I would say my brand is the best, everyone else is lousy.
That's true.
But if I am a consultant, I would probably tell you there are 10 brands. Each brand has its own pros and cons. If I were you, these are the two brands I would have taken. I would suggest the same to you if you want to take a call. I think these two, based on where you're living, how much you want to invest, how much time you can spend on it, we try to suggest you the best way forward or the best brand forward.
Oh, that's great because you kept it open, and like you said, whether you're 18 or 60, when that entrepreneurial drive doesn't know age or gender or the time in your life. So Jumpy Talks is a platform which is open to everybody who has that zeal to set up a franchisee or for brands who want to increase their reach. It doesn't matter whether you're a upcoming brand, a mid-sized brand, or established one. So you are there to connect the dots, as to say, and to help everybody and get the best outcomes.
Since you mentioned the age, I think most of the people who are watching would know, or otherwise who wouldn't know, one of the topmost brands in the world, KFC. Everyone knows KFC.
That's right.
It was started by a person who was probably 60 plus years when he started KFC.
Colonel Sanders.
Colonel Sanders, you see the man, his images all over. After 60, he started that brand. So for you to start a brand or scale up your brand, or for you to take a franchise brand, I seriously believe age is just a number.
Oh, that's great. Which brings me to the next question, Jumpy. Today you see lot of young people, okay, like you started off, I don't like a desk job. These days they don't even like jobs, okay, they don't even want to go and do the job, which is why you see a lot of startups. But we also know the other side of the story, that 90% of the startups don't make it, right? So in your opinion, for a young entrepreneur, do platforms like Jumpy Talks provide that right kind of guidance, counseling, if that person has just the grain of an idea of becoming a franchisee? Would you help them in an advisory mode on show them the path and then help them fulfill it?
What I would caution anyone who wants to get into franchising, though I'm in the business of selling franchisees, is today it's not easy to do any business, and too much of competition compared to earlier days. How much do I invest is the biggest challenge, and in what concept or in what brand do I invest is the biggest challenge. And what I would strongly recommend is don't put all your money into one particular concept. And the brand name could be very fancy. It may not work in your city, it may not work for you. There's no I mean, if I knew or someone knew 100% hit rate or 100% success for anything, they would have been the richest man in the world today. So I can just advise.
Other than
And
Elon Musk, of course.
he also
He
failed a
also
lot
too,
of.
he failed. Yeah.
He almost went bankrupt
Correct,
also one
correct.
time. So be cautious, but at the same time, as I said, I have a little bit of experience in slightly knowing better than you what could work or what could not work in your particular city. My advice would be more credible than any brand, because the brand would say mine is the best, please take my brand. Whereas I talk to a lot of brands, so probably I can say, okay, this definitely wouldn't work for you if you ask me of a particular brand, or if you ask me, I don't know anything, what do you think is. See, it's not only city specific. I would say, for example, just take some names. If you take a Tommy Hilfiger and try to put it in a tier 3 city, it'll not work today.
True.
Other way around, if you take affordable grocery store or something and try to put it in the most expensive mall or the most expensive colonies, high streets in the country, it'll not work. So it is location specific. Second, I feel, as I was saying earlier, I did computer trading schools between 96 to 99. 2001, most of them vanished. So your brand has to be in the right place at the right time with the right investments. Then only it'll work. If you ask me what's working today, today F&B is working. In F&B again you have fine dine, casual dine, quick service, kiosk on the go, inside a mall, inside an airport, on a high street, on a highway. Today what seems to be working at least is on the go food, quick food, and convenience food, as you call finger food. It's working. Fine dines and bar and all are slowly, because of various factors like your rentals and manpower issues, have not been very successful. Not that everyone in this is succeeding, everyone in there is failing, but if you average it out, that's the trend currently going on. Beauty seems to be working very well nowadays. Health seems to be working very well nowadays, and fast fashion seems to be working. Though it's killing the environment, fast fashion is working very well nowadays, and education seems to be doing well. So these would be the segments, and it could be more like a city specific and your investment specific. We could try to suggest you what could work for you.
Oh, that's great. Which brings me to the next question and the most discussed topic on social media, Gen Z. See, they are dictating choices. They are dictating how brands should even, shape themselves. What you deliver, what is the product quality, how you deliver it. Like you just mentioned, the quick commerce sector is really, at breakneck speed. I had the opportunity to speak to some Gen Z would-be entrepreneurs, so they get the mindset, the current mindset right. So what do you think about top brands, traditional brands? Do they need to jump on this bandwagon and divide their kind of a business model onto online and immersive kind of experiences, and also there has to be a physical on-ground experience? Do you think brands should catch on to this, or is it not that significant?
In my opinion, what I feel is two, three things. One is everything is moving on a very fast pace. Earlier, there were times when there were corporates who used to say, my third generation has taken it over. Today, probably no, I don't see many companies or brands surviving beyond the first or second
First, yeah.
generation. And one of the best examples of fast fashion, most successful, would be Zara. Earlier, I don't know the numbers and stats, but earlier, if there was a season, the particular garment brand used to come out with a design or a style, and they used to probably take a 3 month or a 6 month for the product to come out. What I know or what I heard or what I believe, Zara sees something good, they get it out in the next 2 months. That's why they were so successful. There's also another online platform, I forgot its name, who recently entered in India with a partnership with Reliance. I skipped out the name. They're also in US who are getting fashion into US and all. So any product, their delivery timelines have shrinked. Earlier, a movie used to have 100 days, probably making a 5 crore or a 10 crore. Today, a movie has the first weekend or
Yes.
maximum the second weekend where they're making 1,000 crores. So things are fast paced. You have to be on the go. Uh, I don't think you can look at a business which you can set up and run for the next 30, 40 years. You have to make the
True.
money in the first few years and probably move on from there.
Which brings us to a very critical component in any business, the money. So I would like to ask you, Jumpy, in terms of a franchisee, he's there in it. I've heard you speak to some people, and they to you alternatively that you're there to make profits, right? A franchisee, but there are 100 other factors that need to come together to make it a success. So from a franchisee point of view exclusively, what do you think are the red flags or the challenges, and what do you think will be the game changer?
Okay. Firstly, I'll tell you why you should take a franchise. The reason being, the brand name pulls crowd into your store. If I were making sweets called Jumpy Sweets, and I would try to sell to a customer, even if my product is the best. Today, people are all about brand conscious. So I don't wear a jean, I wear a Levi's. I don't drink coffee, I drink a Starbucks. I don't probably drive a car, I drive a particular brand of a car. So it's all about brands today. So brand is what pulls the customer into the store. So it's extremely difficult today in terms of cost, time, and effort to build a new brand. So why not follow? Why not copy or follow the crowd? Whoever is doing better, associate with him, and also he has done a lot of mistakes, failed, succeeded. He has come out with a product or a service which is more refined, and the probability of success is more. So that's one reason why you should take a franchisee. Coming to the red flags, what you have to look at is I give this as a simple example. Say one day a friend of mine from Bangalore came, and he said, "Do you know Chandrababu Naidu?" I said, "I know him very well." He said, please introduce him to me." I said, "You're wrong." I said, "I know him very well. He does not know me." The same way around. Today, everyone wants to take a franchise of a Starbucks or probably a McDonald's or a KFC. You need them, but they don't need you. See, ideally, these brands, they need a master licensee, they need someone who has a lot of money. Today, one of just spoke, but one of the topmost coffee brand is there. Their bleed is around 1,200 or 1,500 crores an annum. They need a partner who can, but eventually they'll capture the market and then make tons of money. But do you have it in you? Probably no. So, do I have it in me? Probably no. So they do not need me. But at the same time, what happens is uh, the uh, the red flag and green flag both come here. Early stage in getting into a brand which you feel is good, getting in at a very early stage. If that brand succeeds, being a first mover, you'll make a lot of money. But a red flag is if their support systems are not set, their SOPs are not set, uh, you may not make any money at all. You could also fail. Investment wise, you like whether it's a franchise or any business or anything you do, you could win. You could. I have done and lost money in probably 10, 15 ventures I have done.
Okay.
You have to move on and look at the next.
So this is
possible.
where your role of finding the right fit between brand and franchisee plays a really significant part.
Somewhere close to, I would say, reality, we would tell based on our knowledge that this has worked here, this hasn't worked, this is good about it, this is bad about it. you take a call what will work for you.
Oh, great. So, from the brand standpoint, we have discussed how they need to adapt to today's changing times, and the kind of like you were mentioning earlier about the experiential part of it being very significant part of it, which if you flip the coin is very antithetical to e-commerce. There's no experience there even from top brands. Like if I am ordering from a very top brand of food, let's say, I'm ordering it more for the product, right? Because the food is good there and I can have it in the comfort of my home. And considering today's challenges of commute, getting people together, going there and eating, I'd rather, or maybe I'm watching a Netflix, I would like to have the best food. That is one side of the thing. Now, granting an experience to the customer is key on physical on ground. Now, don't you think the franchisee who's partnering with the brand needs to understand in the right context? See, it's easy to teach the operations, the resources, even the making of the product, even in the physical infrastructure. But do you think, do you think brands are really educating their franchises in this, or that is where you come in?
As a franchisee, the number one thing you should accept is you have to listen to what the franchisee is saying. He has a certain system process, whether you like it or not. You may not like everything he tells you, but if you are with him, you have to follow. If two people start using their brain in that particular store, it'll never work.
That's
point
true.
number one. So, God willing, you hopefully will get a franchisor who knows what he's talking about. He is not just throwing some franchise at you, and you believe in him and work. That's the most important thing, and the most important reason why you should choose a franchisee. And second, coming to in-store experiences, I think very, very important. If it is see today, as you said, if I want to just order some food, I like that product. That product could be eaten at home. Maybe 7 times I eat at home, 3 times when I go out somewhere, I go and eat that particular product. I'm going there for the product, not for the ambience or not for the. But there are some places where you go for the experience equally as the product. Maybe you go to a microbrewery, maybe you go to a coffee shop. You go there as much for the experience as the product. And also the product or franchise placement also matters a lot. For example, my belief is impulse products work more in malls. Decision made products work more in high street. Just maybe
True.
not, as I said earlier, nothing is.
And also there is retail therapy, so people would like physically to go somewhere and there's another thing of
experience a
browsing
product.
and experience a
But a
product.
lot of times I have seen, I have done also. In fact, I went to an electronics store, checked all the mobiles, whatever I liked, I ordered online because it's cheaper. So my retail therapy is done. I've seen it there. I bought it here because it's cheaper.
So it's a
You have to do-
amalgamation of everything.
Absolutely. And whichever store you open, you being there matters. And also, once the customer walks in to the time he walks out, apart from the product, your service also should be a reason why he should come back to you. This is what I feel.
In your opinion, Jumpy, would you advise top brands to, I'm not talking only about F&B, but like recently, I think on Instamart or somewhere I saw laptop repair, right? They are including services like that. Or not Instamart, sorry, it was on Urban Company.
Okay.
So it's not just cleaning services, we also do laptop repair because they must have identified a need, right? In this context where there's a very good brand and they also have an online presence, do you recommend the brand to have add-on services as per the customer's needs, or should they stick to their core competence?
If I were them, I would have stuck to my core competence, but they know better than me. I'm no IIM or I don't have any management. I'm just talking based on my experience. But I
Which
think
is much
anyone
better.
core competence always is better. See, some of the top brands in F&B, what I have seen, 90% of their products, which are 90% of their sale comes from probably 20% of their products.
Right.
So that core product, that core this thing, you have to always stick to the core competence and the core products is probably the way ahead is what I feel.
That's very good
They know better
advice.
than me. Probably recently in Blinkit, I have seen them giving a photocopier service. So I send
Yes.
my document to them, they print it and send it to me home. Maybe that's a good option. I don't know because they have the manpower there, they have everything there, but case to case basis. But overall, if I were them, I would have probably stuck to what I'm doing, which I know better.
That's great. Now let's come back to India, because this is the ecosystem in which the brands and the franchisees need to operate. Compared to other countries, do you think India is evolving in terms of being entrepreneur friendly in the first place, and then are the consumers getting brand cautious even? So what's your take on that?
India compared to India 10 years back, definitely yes. India compared to the global market, the entire globe wants to be in India today. You name the brand, they growth, if you take, is better or equal to the topmost countries in the world, and so-called developed countries, if we call ourselves a underdeveloped country or developing country, and if there's a developed country, the growth is much better for them here in terms of store count or in terms of year on year count. Same store sales is much better here, so everyone wants to be here today. And in terms of what we were compared to what we were 10 years back, today more brands are there, more opportunities are there, people are more receptive to see today, or probably you or me, if we had to spend something, say $100 on a coffee or $200 on a coffee, we think twice. But the younger one, they're not bothered.
Yes,
They, for them, it's like
it's a
every one of
very
them does
done
that.
thing.
So spending capacity has increased, spending has increased, and ticket prices for a movie are 10 times more than what they were probably 3 years back. Still, people are going there. That shows that consumerism and spending, whatever good or bad, post COVID, it has increased a lot. Post COVID, there was a phase where it was called what, revenge spending or something,
Yeah,
sitting
yeah.
at home, they
Vengeance buying.
vengeance buying, so they just went and bought everything, so that has happened. Eating out habits, even today, um, I don't know the exact numbers, but in India, eating out habits are on an average 4 times a month, if that's the number. I believe in a country like Philippines, it's about 50 times or 30 times a month. There are some countries where builders are building apartments which do not have kitchens anymore. So, but slowly that 4 will become 8 or 10 very shortly in India too,
Yes,
I'm
yes, the way
sure.
it's going. Yeah.
So, no wonder some Swiggy's and Zomatos have those kind of evaluations and growth and things. I'm sure the future is, if you call about the right, being at the right place at the right time, for any brand, this is the right place, this is the right time, that's India.
Also, Jumpy, in this context, many Indian grown brands are really stepping up their game, their kind of experience delivering the products, and the way it's coming together, even a storefront, even, the entire experience
Visual
as such. Yeah,
merchandising,
visual merchandising and all. It's come up to a very global level. I've gone to some places in Hyderabad and very pleasantly surprised. In fact, when some of my cousins come from the US and all, I take them there with pride. So what do you think? These brands are a strong contender for global brands. They will become. It takes time.
my 2 cents on it is, I feel it will be extremely difficult for an Indian brand to grow global in terms of our cuisines. Say, most of our Indian food is chef dependent. You cannot commoditize or you cannot serve the same quality of Indian food in two different outlets because EOD it's dependent on some chef, the way he is doing. Even for that particular chef, maybe one time he does a product and next day he does a product, it could differ. So Indian food going global, very difficult because it's your manpower dependent is my take on it. And Indian fashion going global or Indian, I don't know, furniture going global or
Recently, Prada adapted the Kolhapuri
Kolhapuri chef. I
chappals,
know.
and
So that's already happening in a big way. So a lot of opportunity there. Food, I have my own doubts.
Okay. So other segments may step up, in your opinion, or it will take time.
Other segment, this is the right time. And even in food, most of them are trying to come out with a near consistent product. Hopefully it works.
Okay, great. So we've talked a lot about aspects in franchising and branding and all. Now let's bring in a lighter note. Can you recall any specific anecdote or incident that you treasure in your mind, since because you've been doing this since 30 years? Any particular customer or a experience or a moment which you still think about?
I was walking down the road in Bangalore once. I saw lot of computers, lot of coffee. This was way back in mid 90s, I guess. People having coffee, working on their computers and all. Thought this, wow, that's what Coffee Day was. They started with a single outlet in
Right.
Bangalore, so that's one experience to cherish and feel proud that an Indian could go and open a coffee shop in Europe. And that's what he did. He achieved, the good old man Siddharth.
Yes, so that.
So that was a wow moment for me, and seeing the first McD's opening in Hyderabad, just to go there and see 3 kilometers queues for cars waiting to get
Or
into
the IKEA we had
the
recently.
IKEA for the first 6 months, the whole roads were packed. So these were some. I mean, this is what keeps driving you in the field of retail and food and franchising and many hundreds and thousands of examples you can give, like uh, 10,000 square feet coffee shop opening in Hyderabad, doing well, tea, selling tea at 200 bucks and opening a 30,000 square feet store which is projected to do 100 crores turnover in the first year. These all are live examples in front of your eyes, and which inspire you. Seeing the best of the malls, charging 1,600 rupees a square foot rentals, and still brands waiting in queue to go there because obviously the brands there are making money. So seeing malls in Delhi charging 300 rupees, or I don't know, I don't remember the
More
number,
probably.
parking if you
Yes.
have to get into that mall. When they started, they first of all charging the parking, and second charging some exorbitant number like 300 bucks or I don't know what for parking. And seeing a small business opportunity where you could start in 1 lakh and a tea franchise opening 1,600 or 2,000 outlets all over the country, where there are people who from, I don't know, tier 2, tier 3, whatever you call that, where they could put 3 lakh rupees and earn 20,000-30,000 bucks or something. One more wonderful thing is all these so-called major brands, even if I could take name McDonald's and all, most of the manpower sourcing they are doing from underprivileged
Yes.
tier 2. I'm working with a Asian brand, though they're not a brand, they're a factory where they have a strict policy saying that 50% plus of their employees should be women from rural backgrounds. They're getting
That's
them,
good.
training them, giving them small things like ESI, PF. And they're not small. They're there in 5 cities, manufacturing in about 1,000 acres. Each city about 20,000 employees, and
Wow.
their policy is 50% plus women from rural background. They get them, they train them, they give them accommodation, they give them food, they give them ESI, PF. Probably these kids would have never seen that if but for these kind of a people. Similarly, McD's and a lot of these brands, they're getting these kids from rural background, uneducated. There are a lot of things like Ready Foundation who have been training them and putting them into these places. These are some memories, I guess, to cherish in this journey of
Which
retail.
also inspires you to.
Absolutely, inspires a lot of people. In fact, yeah.
Yeah. One thing, what is your advice to our breed of young entrepreneurs, Jumpy? What would you just If you were to encapsulate something and just tell them something, because they can learn and derive from your experience.
I think they are, in a way, like any generation, they are smart people, they are foolish people in these Gen Z or Zen, whatever you call them. Some of them have been phenomenal. I've seen youngsters starting brands and getting a valuation of 500 to 1,000 crores in a span of 5 years. So probably they know something better than me. I never saw those zeros in front of my bank account. So they are very smart, and they have the global exposure which we didn't have.
Yes.
We didn't have.
And resources also.
Absolutely. To travel to today, I want to know what are the fashion trends in Paris. Earlier, probably we had to wait for a month to know from someone what's happening there. But these guys, within the next second, it's there on their phone. So they have more exposure, which is both good and bad. And I think entrepreneurial skills and entrepreneurial opportunities are increasing a lot. Unfortunately, earlier they used to say, this guy got a government job, happy, his life is settled. No more. Earlier they used to say, oh, this guy has gone to US, happy, his life is settled. No more.
There's no settling these days.
Absolutely. So, but here itself, at his doorstep, so many opportunities are there, which we did not have. If I were in our days, a guy, he has to do engineering. A girl, she has to be a doctor. A guy, post-engineering, he has to go to US.
Standard and set.
Today, there are franchise opportunities, which there's a group which I met. Very simple ideas, which their elevator pitch is: go to your rooftop, see your overhead water tank. You'll never bathe with that water again, because most of these water tanks are full of, I don't know what you call that, green moss or whatever.
Microbes and all.
They come, they clean your water tank and go. They build a urban company.
Yes.
Could anyone imagine?
Urban company has changed the life of a working woman.
Absolutely, and so many people. Could anyone imagine the kind of bathroom cleaning services?
Even
you make money
Diwali
on
cleaning,
bathroom.
Diwali cleaning, I remember about 10-15 years back, we used to, that was back-breaking work, even with help.
Absolutely.
Now they just do it quietly, and it's a paid service for which you feel there's value for your money.
So there, you want a salon, a haircut, they come to your home, they do a haircut, and go. So many such unique businesses are coming up, and kids are coming, and wow momos, valuation, what, selling momos in kiosks,
or even a Dunzo.
Not
Dunzo is now not there, but Genie, Swiggy Genie, and
so many unique things happening, and amazing time to be in India, which we are not to be in the age group of 25 or 30.
But we can make the most of it, because like you said earlier,
Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, Colonel Sanders, and I think as a franchisee or a brand, we are all Colonel Sanders, right?
Absolutely.
And if we have that mindset, and with Jumpy Talks here and with you here, probably you can enable that in so many ways.
But me or not being apart, brands, right time, franchisees, right time, allied services, right time. Today it's not only about a city, it's about highways, it's about
a lot of formats. And
I saw a gourmet coffee shop, bakery and a coffee shop in a hospital.
Really?
Absolutely. See, it's a necessity. See, today you go to a hospital, sorry, it could be a corporate hospital charging lakhs, but the food is lousy in most of the hospitals.
Yes.
Why don't you give a good food?
And that's where you require the food, because you're under so much stress.
Absolutely. Right? A good coffee, good food. So that group has been doing well in hospitals. So many opportunities and so much of varied kind of an opportunities which are there. Probably the best time.
Oh, that's a great thought. Now, just to conclude, Jumpy, would you tell our viewers about just a day in your life, how many hours you put in, and what is
very lazy, so I wouldn't like me to be inspiration.
It doesn't seem like that with what all you've achieved, but
absolutely not. I believe in my good sleep of 8 to 10 hours.
Yeah,
Not
but
10, 10 on weekends, but 8 on a weekday for sure.
but 8 is recommended now, right?
I don't believe, I work 20 hours a day. At least I can't. It varies from person to person, but I also believe in things like for everyone has a right time and a wrong time. So your time has to come. It automatically you work for 5 hours or 8 hours, but whatever you're working, it's not about the number of hours. It's not the quantity. The quality is what I was interested. The other day, I was. This was an interesting one. I could probably I can't put it in the right words the same way I saw it on Insta or something. This guy was saying, "Do you know why Elon Musk is so successful, or do you know why Jeff Bezos is so successful? What's different from him and us?" He used one word which says "cut the noise." So,
Right.
um, cut the noise is in a day. For example, I do probably 2 hours of actual work, 22 hours of some ways, just gossiping, chatting, watching a movie or something. If, as an example, uh, Jeff Bezos is, say, 80% efficient, maybe I'm 30, Jeff Bezos is 80. This guy says Elon Musk is one guy in the world who's close to 100.
Yes.
He does not waste his time on anything else. Probably that's the reason why he's what he is today.
And also there is different people have different approaches, right? And success is an outcome, it cannot be a goal. And like you rightly said, it's a lot of things coming together, your core competence, the ecosystem, the conditions at the time, and of course
There's
that little bit of stars aligning in your favor, which counts.
also my namesake. He has already said it ages back. Karmanyevadikasre
Yes.
mafaleshu kadasha. Think about what you're doing. Don't think about the results.
Oh, that's a great note to end on, Jumpy. Thanks a lot for spending time, and we look forward to more such episodes on Jumpy Talks.
Hopefully.
And I'm sure our viewers will be really interested to get, all these valuable insights and perspectives. So until next time, keep doing what you're doing.
That's good. And just to end and to say, everyone, we are truly looking at doing something towards the franchise platform. Obviously, money is a part of it, but money is not the only thing. So we feel there's like so many business opportunities, even in franchise advisory or consulting or whatever you see. We think there's a space for us to be there and truly do some good work and advise. And if out of the, I don't know, hundreds or thousands of people seeing this thing, even if one or two for every episode come and sign something and make money on that, probably that could be, we would feel we have achieved something.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. So you heard the man behind Jumpy Talks, and this is your go-to platform, whether you're a brand, you're a franchisee, an upcoming entrepreneur, or you just have that seed of a thought in your mind. So this is where you come to. And yes, we'd be having a lot of these podcasts, so please tune in on our channel and keep watching and keep hearing. Thanks for joining. Bye.